you're working on the shop floor in the middle of deafening noise and hot, unpleasant circumstances, there is a different work week than if you're reading interesting papers and books and you love doing research, and you can spend all the time you have doing that, which is sort of my job. So I think it's very hard to prescribe. It depends on how much you're enthused by the work that you're doing, how much you find the work meaningful in making change. And so I don't think that there's one size for all. And I do think everyone finds their balance. I do think, if you go back to ancient Greece, the old people are constantly complaining about the young people and how they don't seem to work and they have all these crazy interests. This seems like just a regurgitation of the constant complaint older generations have about younger generations. And I mean, I now am well and truly in the older generation, and I remember that we were somewhat frivolous, by our current standards when we were young. And we did crazy things. Of course, I presume we'd be shocked by some of the things the young people do today. But I don't think that's any reason to keep lecturing them. People have to find a balance. And if they're not working to the extent that you want them to work in your firm, look to yourself. What is it that you're doing wrong in incentivizing them? And to some extent, I think you have to also allow for the fact that people have other interests in life than just your job, and they have to develop them. So I think this gets a lot of air when it shouldn't. It's old people complaining, and they do
But it's
that
also the kind of comments, right? Like how long can you stare at your wife? I mean, it's frankly not even funny. Like I know
I
that
mean, why do we give people air when they
he's the
have?
L&T chairman. He's not like
So
some
what?
inconsequential person.
It doesn't mean that not everybody in high positions has enlightened views about the world that you need to listen to. The fact that you have a bunch of skills which get you to the right place doesn't necessarily mean, and I that applies to me also.